going? It's FamKam, and we are looking at the very computer that I learned how to use computers on, the Apple II. This was my grandpa's computer. I was maybe 3 or 4 years old when he taught me how to use this thing. The Apple II first came out in 1978. So this thing was maybe 12 years old when he taught me how to use a computer on this thing. Unfortunately, it does not power up anymore. I've tried. Yeah, it does not. I recently dug this out of the attic of my parents' house because I am helping them move. And my mom decided to lend this to me so I can do this video. But without further ado, let's take a closer look at this computer. It has a couple knobs to adjust the brightness and the contrast. It doesn't have a mouse, only a keyboard, and a reset button on the right. It also has a floppy disk drive. Now, if you're young, this is going to blow your mind, but this is what discs used to look like. Look at that. This is a 5-inch floppy disk. It actually is a floppy. Some of you remember the smaller floppy disks that have a hard shell, but they call them floppy, and people think, like, why is it called floppy? Well, because it had a little disc like this inside, but much smaller than this. But this is floppy all around. Now, never ever touch the exposed area. Phrasing. Because that can ruin the disc. I remember when I was really little, like, my grandpa never got angry, but one time I did piss him off quite badly because I touched the disc in the exposed area, and he was like, you ruined it. That was the only time I ever saw him angry. He was generally a really chill dude. So yeah, don't touch the exposed area. It's like you don't want to mess with the bottom of a CD. Same idea. Only this is even more fragile, even more vulnerable. So, let's put this disc back in. There are actually 2 discs in this Garfield game. The first disc goes up here, although it's kind of deceiving because if I remember correctly, I mean, like I said, I can't power up this computer. But if I remember correctly, this disk drive, even though it says disk 2, is actually the first of the 2 drives, because it has all the labeling on it, and that this is where the second disc goes. It has a red light that lights up when the disc is in use, like it says. So let's put that back in there. Try to close without being too loud. There we go. And this right here is the mother load of all the different discs that we have. Oh my goodness. Reader Rabbit. I don't remember much of Reader Rabbit, but I remember the name. It's a game that teaches you to read and it involves a rabbit. You can look it up. Any game that I don't really remember well, I'm sure, can be Googled. Face Maker. Golden Edition. I don't remember this one at all, actually. I assume it was a game where you can design faces in the most primitive way possible. Peanuts Maze Marathon. This stars the Charlie Brown Peanuts gang. It's just a maze game. And it has the Peanuts characters reacting to your performance in the maze, or something like that. I think there was one maze where Peppermint Patty blows a kiss to Charlie Brown and you guide the kiss through the maze to him, and then it gets in and it hits his cheek and then he rubs it off and Patty gets sad. Oh man. Poor Peppermint Patty. Gobbler. This this is an interesting game. It's literally just a Pac-Man knockoff. That's all it is. Typing is a ball, Charlie Brown. This disc just says baseball, but that's because there were a couple discs. This one had baseball, and there was another one with basketball and bowling. Typing is a ball, Charlie Brown is a game where you have a short amount of time to type a few letters before the ball gets to you. In baseball, you're batting, and a pitch is thrown to you. If you can't type the letters right in time, you get a strike. You swing and miss. But if you get them right, you hit the ball. And much like baseball, how well the hit is pretty random. Word Munchers. Word Munchers 2 specifically. Some of you may be familiar with Number Munchers. This is the same thing, but with words. It's so crazy. I had Word Munchers and Speak and Math. Everyone remembers Number Munchers and Speak and Spell, and I just had like the reverse of each. I think I might have had Number Munchers too, I'm not sure. World Class Chess. This is how I learned chess, right here. My grandpa taught me how to play through this game right here. And this is where he taught me that the knight moves 1, 2, boom. The move where the knight goes 2 spaces and then 1 over to the side, he called it 1, 2, boom. And that's why I call it 1, 2, boom. Number Stumper, that's one I don't remember at all. Kids on Keys, I don't remember. Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego? I'm sure you're familiar with Carmen Sandiego. Magic Slate Column version. I don't remember this game, but I do remember Sunburst, the company, because the this little logo right here would show up on screen, and for some reason I was really obsessed with it. I don't really remember any of the Sunburst games in particular. I just remember Sunburst. Reports. I think these are work apps that my grandpa had. Jumping Math Flash. I don't remember Jumping Math Flash very well, but obviously it's named after Jumpin' Jack Flash. Released 1988, 2 years after Jumpin' Jack Flash, the movie did. More Typing is a Ball. This is the disc with bowling and basketball. And if you look at the other side, apparently baseball's on the other side. These are 2-sided discs. I totally forgot about that. Monster Math. I have no idea how Monster Math went. Like, what, I don't remember what it looked like or anything like that, but I do remember the name pretty well. Reader Rabbit. I loved Reader Rabbit. I don't remember how it looked like, but I remember loving it so much. It was adorable. I mean, I'm a little biased. I love rabbits a lot. More Peanuts Maze Marathon. Basically the same game, but more mazes. Mario Teaches Typing. Now, this was not played on the Apple II, I can tell you that right now. This came out in 1992, and I played this on more modern computers for the time. But it's in this floppy disk collection, so there you go. Create with Garfield. Now, if I remember correctly, this is where you create your own Garfield comics. It's one of those early drag and drop games. You pick out your characters and give them some dialogue bubbles, throw in some props. It's really cool. You can make Garfield kick Odie and send Nermal to Abu Dhabi. Alright, now that we've seen my disc collection, let's do a typing test. Now, like I said, this won't power up. It's a dead computer, straight up. But we're still going to enjoy some relaxing keyboard sounds in memory of this machine. And more importantly, in memory of my grandfather, without whom I wouldn't be the kind of man I am today. Let's get started. was the Apple II. The computer that shaped my destiny more than any other machine on Earth. The Super Nintendo is a close second, but this is it. This is it, man. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give this a thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button. Ring the bell so you don't miss another video. And leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts of the Apple II. And as always, stay chill.